Hi, people. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Well, before seeing articles, nouns, and adjectives, I wanted to show you how we conjugate the verb to be in Spanish. Uh, for now, let's see the verb ser, because to be has two translations, ser and estar. We use it in different situations, sorry. But let's see ser. These are the forms in Spain. Yo soy, I say yo because I'm from Argentina, but in Spain it would be yo. Yo soy, tú eres, él, ella es, nosotros, nosotras somos, vosotros, vosotras sois, ellos, ellas son. As you may have noticed, in the feminine form, the letter A is very common. It's a typical letter for the feminine form, but we have exceptions. But here, he, she, él, ella. We divide it into two according to gender. Nosotros for men, nosotras for women, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas. As regards this, the second person in the plural, vosotros, vosotras is only used in Spain. In Latin American, you will hear ustedes, ustedes, and it's the only form both for men and women. Ustedes son. Like this, son. This is the way in which we use the second person in the plural. Then we'll see further information here, but not for now because maybe it's too much information. We'll see the way we say it in Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay, and the formal way in which we use the second person in the singular form. But let's stop here and move on to the articles, because it will be too much, I guess. This itself is a bit hard, so let's move on to articles. The indefinite article, you know, it's what in English is an, a man, a woman, an orange, an apple, etc. In Spanish, we have four forms according to number and to gender. In the singular, we say un. This is the root, un. From here on, we make the other forms of the article. So this is masculine and singular. Singular feminine, we add the typical letter related to feminine gender, una, una. In Spanish, we do have plural forms for this, and we use them a lot. I say this because in English, you don't have a plural for this. You say some or any. In the masculine case, we use the typical vowel, sorry, not vocal, vowel, for masculine, and the S, that is the mark of plural in Spanish, the same as in English. Unos, unos, una. And what do you think we do here if we are talking about of more than one feminine nouns? Congratulations if you said unas, because it's the plural. So now let's see some examples combined with the conjugation of the verb to be in the present. Let's make sentences. For example, yo soy un hombre. I'm a man. Tú eres una mujer. You're a woman. Él es un niño. He is a little boy. She is a little girl. Una niña. So in most cases we do this. We have the O is masculine and the A feminine, but we do have exceptions. So this is the easiest part when we have O and A. But then you'll see, well, here you see that man is masculine and it ends with E, and mujer is feminine and it ends with R. Nosotros somos unos. Now I add this because now I'm in the plural. Nosotros somos unos alumnos. We are students. Nosotras somos, and how do you say the feminine form of this? Nosotras somos unas, and instead of alumnos, alumnas. Nosotras somos unas alumnas, that's it. Vosotros, vosotras sois, or ustedes son in Latin America, unos vecinos, some neighbors, this means neighbor. Vosotras sois unas, or ustedes son unas vecinas, the feminine form. Os, as. Ellos son unos unos gatos, cats. They are cats, or these are cats. Ellas son unas gatas. They are cats too. So in many cases we have this os, well, this never changes, but in the case of nouns, os, as. This is the easiest and the common association between a gender and ending of a noun, but it's not always like this. There are other endings and the word takes either the feminine form or the masculine form. We'll see it. Now we'll see the definite article. That is to say, the article be in English. We have five forms. The fifth is the neutral form. So tú eres and so sorry, I erased this, ustedes son. If the noun is masculine, we say in the singular form él. If I'm talking now about a specific man, for example, now I say the man, el hombre. Or as we saw with the typical O ending, el alumno, the student, or the pupil if it's a child, the scholar. So it's not always with the O ending, but it's very common. Here it's el hombre, el alumno. When we are talking about feminine gender, we use another article, definite article. La mujer, la alumna. This is the singular. And the plural, let's start with the easiest one. In this case, we only add the letter S, las. In the case of alumna, we just add the S, las alumnas, because we have the vowel here. In the case of woman, to say women, we do this. Las mujeres. So the marks of plural in Spanish are either S, or sometimes it's S, or in others it's ES, S. In this case, we have to use this one, and in this case, this one. El hombre. The word hombre, we just add an S because it already ends with E, hombres, and the article changes totally, los. Los here it's easier because it already has the vowel, the O, so we only add S. Los alumnos. And finally the neutral article. This is neutral. It only takes a singular form, and it's lo. It has a peculiarity in Spanish, at least, because the only case, we use it a lot, but the only case in which we use it is when we turn an adjective into a noun. When we turn an adjective, important, necessary, ugly, nice, etc., etc., and we want to talk about that as if it were a noun, we put this preceding the adjective and we turn it into a noun. For example, the adjective important, importante, it ends with e, so it's the same for women and men and for feminine and masculine nouns, importante. Let's take another one which has the two OA endings, necessary, necesario. We have the adjectives necesario and necesaria when we refer to the feminine gender. But one of the characteristics of the neutral article is that it always ends with this form when it has the two possibilities, or a. Well, you know, Marxism has always been very strong. So, we take an adjective, put this before, and now we have a neutral noun. Lo importante is the same as saying las cosas importantes, the important things. But as we are talking about the important things in general, by saying lo, we are including all the important things that we are talking about. We use it in the singular, remember, in the only in the singular form, and in the case that you have adjectives, you use o. Lo importante, lo necesario, lo distinto, because you have distinto, distinta. And it doesn't take the plural form. Los is only masculine. Well, so see this deeply, remember it, and I mean, by practicing them, you will learn them better. Let's see some examples now with this, combining the two things that we are dealing with. Yo soy el profesor. I'm the professor, or I'm the teacher. In my case, I use él because I'm a man. Let's suppose that there is a woman here. So I won't say el profesor. Tú eres, do you remember the article? The feminine article in the singular? Tú eres sorry. I'll have to use this pelican. It's the trademark. Tú eres la. And when a word, in Spanish, when a word ends in, when the masculine form ends in r sound, we add the letter a. El profesor, la profesora. El doctor, la doctora. El actor, la actriz. There's another ending there. Actor, actress, well. But many times we do this. In this case, profesor, profesor. Él es el alumno. Let's review this. Let's revise it. Let's try to learn it. I used this word before. Él es el alumno. Ella es la what? Alumna. As in the article in English, in these cases, in these all cases that we have just seen, we are referring to someone specifically. Not any professor, just me, not any professora, just the woman who is supposed to be sitting here with me, teaching you. Not any student, but the student, el alumno, la alumna. In the plural form, if we say nosotros, we have somos, we have to say los, because it's the masculine plural form. Nosotros somos los vecinos. Remember, neighbors. We are the neighbors. Nosotros somos los vecinos. Ustedes, nosotras somos what? Remember? Las. And do you remember what we have to do here? So, las vecinos doesn't exist. Las vecinas. Vosotros sois, o ustedes son, los ustedes son los niños. You are the little boys. You are, vosotras sois las niñas. You are the little girls. Los niños, las niñas. ¿Sí? Os, as. But I repeat, these are the easiest examples. It's not always like that. but let's go step by step from easier things to harder ones. Ellos, ellas son. If we are saying ellos, we are referring to men or to boys, to the masculine gender. Ellos son los directores. They are the head teachers at school, or director, the one who directs a movie, a film. The singular is director. To make the plural for men, remember, so this is a singular, director. Director or director, director. If we want to refer to men, we say, remember that the two ways in which we make the plural form is by adding s or es. Es. As these are men, directores. Let's see for women. Las, as always, the articles never change. They are, in the plural, they are those two forms. Sorry. If you remember what I said some minutes ago, when, as in profesor, when we want to refer to a woman, we add the letter A, very open, las directoras, because it's the plural. It could be las profesoras. Ellos son los directores, ellas son las directoras. So as I've just said, these are the easiest examples. I'm thinking, what would be better now? If to stop here, or to go on explaining other things. I mean, for now, let's stop here. Why? Because my cat's crying there. Shut up, please. She's very sweet. We'll stop here because in the next lesson we'll see the possible endings of nouns in Spanish, different from a o, as in alumno, alumna. That is easier to recognize. We'll see the exceptions to that rule, because we have o endings that take the feminine form, la mano, the hand, and vice versa. We'll see nouns ending in other vowels and in consonants. And we'll see how to combine them with adjectives. In Spanish, we have, this is an introduction, but we'll see it deeper, more deeply in the next lesson. But adjectives that will modify nouns, as in all language, we have 3 classes in Spanish, as in Latin. That cat is annoying me. But I can't get angry with her because it's a baby. She's so sweet. Adjectives. As in Latin, we have 3 classes. The easiest one, the one that ends in a or in o, feminine, masculine. Other class that ends with e and is the same for both genders. and other class which ends with some specific consonants. So this is an in consonantes. These are vowels, vocales, vocales, the plural, consonante, consonantes. I repeat, the plural form of the word vocales, vocales, we add es, and consonante, as we already have the e, we just add the s. This is an introduction to adjectives, but if we go on now seeing this, I guess it'll be way too much information for today, because well, I say in the title in my channel, Easy Spanish for Beginners, and by easy I don't mean seeing many concepts in one lesson. By easy I mean going step by step and dividing the lesson in parts when necessary, as in this case. I consider it necessary to stop here and to see the other examples later, because what we've already seen is a lot, and it's good to know it well. So I hope you liked this lesson, and you have enough material to work with, to do examples, for example. So we'll see in the next lesson. Remember, please, if you liked the video, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and so that you get the information and the notifications of new videos that I upload 2 or 3 times a week. Well, and see you in the next lesson, and take care, have a nice day, bye bye, ciao.